so that we...
This development follows a proposed amendment to the parliamentary procedure in which the office of the clerk sought to make Parliament the sole provider of a live feed to various media houses. However, Abdu Katuntu, who presented the committee's report to Parliament, objected to this proposal.
The committee knows that current Rule 233 allows admission of accredited media to the press gallery with the electronic device for purposes of recording and coverage. This provision grants the media the freedom to independently record and broadcast parliamentary proceedings live. Additionally, Parliament has established a practice of accrediting media houses to ensure professionalism and accountability in the coverage of parliamentary proceedings. The committee believes that if strictly enforced, media accreditation can serve as an adequate safeguard to preserve the accuracy, integrity, and decorum of parliamentary proceedings.
In its report, the committee also endorsed a proposal to allocate a slot in the Parliamentary Commission for members of Parliament elected as independents. Parliament, customary, undertakes a comprehensive review of its rules of procedure towards the end of each term, although amendments can be made at any time to address gaps, improve efficiency, or respond to emerging trends.
What we had been witnessing is an abuse of the rules, and because of such an abuse, there is an attempt to justify the review and the amendments to suit those personal egos.
Recently, Kalungu West MP Joseph Seungu proposed an amendment to prevent a member of the ruling party from chairing the Human Rights Committee of Parliament. Seungu urged that this change would enhance accountability by avoiding conflicts of interest. The matter was reviewed by the Parliamentary Committee on Rules, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, with Chairperson Abdu Katuntu providing a response.
So we asked them, and the Speaker agreed that we shall sit with the Minister for Justice and Constitutional Affairs. We see a way forward how we can solve that matter. Now, I wonder how this committee generated a report refusing when they never invited me to appear before them. Me who raised this on the floor, and I'm going to get the answer. So that one is a nullity.
The clerk to Parliament had suggested that Parliament retain exclusive responsibility for providing live feeds and recordings of House and committee proceedings to media outlets. However, the Rules Committee rejected this proposal, emphasizing the need to uphold media and press freedom.
So what happens when there is something happening and they don't want you to? That means they'll not give you the footage. So you see that the spirit for amendment of some of these things was really problematic.
The committee also examined concerns about MPs' dress code, noting that current rules do not specify sanctions for non-compliance. The revised rules will introduce measures to address inappropriate dressing, ensuring that the dignity of Parliament are maintained.
A pair of long trousers with a jacket, kanzu and a jacket, safari suit, and decent traditional wear should be removed from the rules. The only acceptable dress code for members should be a suit, shirt, and a tie.
For heaven's sake, do you need it to be told that you should put on a tie and dress smartly when you are an MP?
Because in our earlier rules, the traditional wear was allowed in the Parliament, but people have used that as an excuse. Simply put on the way they want.
Uganda People's Defence Forces representatives in Parliament were advised to adhere to the prescribed uniform requirements.
The Kaunda suit, ceremonial uniform, battle dress, combat uniform, and Mount Carmel combat uniform, among others. The Gazette provides a detailed description of these uniforms and specifies that combat uniforms are intended for UPDF operations.
Parliament has endorsed the inclusion of an independent MP in the Parliamentary Commission, reinforcing efforts to ensure balanced representation.
So, they chose to run away from political parties, claiming that they can do their politics alone. They should continue living individually.
It is not proper for a section with big numbers that is not represented on whatever. So we feel that independence should be represented on the Parliamentary Commission.
Some MPs expressed mixed reactions regarding the reviewed rules of procedure.
For commissioners, when they say, yeah, the one for the opposition should be elected, the ones for the ruling party should also be elected, okay, that's fair enough, because now you're saying all members should be involved. So the challenge there has been with some of the suggestions is you want to apply them on only one side. That's ridiculous.
What we require is respect for the rules. What we require is implementing the rules to the dot, and then we can therefore be convinced that the current rules are in the right direction.
Others raised concerns about the language used by the Speaker and other presiding officers, arguing that on several occasions they have used expressions not exemplicity outlined in the rules of procedure. They questioned why this issue was not addressed in the review.
I heard the Speaker very well when she was directing the Rules Committee and said, you can tamper with every other rule, but as long as you don't tamper with the rules, Rule 7, which gives me power. That shouldn't have happened. When we are reviewing all the rules, we review all the rules without having in mind a person occupying a certain office.
So if you want the rules of procedure to be amended, leave it open so that anyone that wants any rule to be amended should be able to do that.
Lydia Chomkama and Gloria Gutabinji, Parliament.